Welcome back! So today I have a first impressions of the rawbeautykristi X Colourpop at Forest Sight palette, as well as just doing my makeup. I needed to do my makeup to film, and so I figured I would get ready with y'all, and I did a bit of a dramatic eye, which is not my thing, and I also did a purple eye, which is definitely not my thing. But stick around if you want to see how I got this look. Okay, so let's get into getting ready. So first I'm going to use Purlice's Ageless Glow Serum BB Cream SPF 40. This is in shade Fair. This adds a ton of glow. It is a sunscreen based BB cream, so it does have a bit of that sunscreen smell. I haven't tried it with flash, so I don't know if it like has a bad flashback or reflect, but for the purposes of today, which is just to film one other video and to just have makeup on, it does the job, and I don't have to worry about sun exposure. I do have a sunscreen on, but I put that on this morning, and it's 12:30 right now, so it's been a few hours since I put the sunscreen on, so it would be time to reapply sunscreen anyways. So instead I'm just putting on this BB cream, and it does the trick. Next up, I'm using Maybelline's Instant Age Rewind Eraser. This is in shade 110 Fair. This is my favorite concealer right now. I have it in this shade and the lightest shade, 100, whatever that is, or maybe it's 105. But I really like this concealer, and I think that the 110 shade pairs well with this Purlice Fair shade, and I just think that this does a good job built up with a really thick foundation to do a full coverage look, or like I did, just like a quick little bit of concealer right under the eye and sheared out for just a little bit of coverage to get the most of the dark spots and dark circles. I'm not going to set my face. I'm just doing some stuff around the house, and I don't feel like setting it, so I'm just going to go straight in for blush, highlight, and contour. So I'm going to use Blink's Glow Getter face palette from BoxyCharm. I will link that review below. And you can tell that I've been using this, but I'm going to use Talented for blush and Empowered for my highlight. I love this blush shade in particular. It's just a good neutrally pink shade. It applies wonderfully, and I'm super happy that I ended up keeping this palette. I figured that I would like it, but I wasn't sure if I would just really enjoy having such a large palette in my collection, but I've been gravitating towards this palette basically every day since I got it, and I've really been enjoying the highlights and the blushes out of this palette. So if you haven't received it in your BoxyCharm, I think it was like $40, $50, maybe it was less. It's definitely worth the money for how many shades you get. For just a little bit of contour and bronze just to add some color to my face, I'm going to use the Tarte Don't Be Afraid to Dazzle palette. That has been one of my favorite, if not my favorite, contour shade since I got the palette, and I got that back in like 2018, I want to say. It's definitely expired, but but I use it so little because I'm trying out so many contour and highlights that I just can't part with it. So it's definitely a good one. I don't think it's made anymore though. Now for the real purpose of this video, me trying out something new to me. So this is not even close to a new palette, but it's been sitting in my to be tried for quite some time. I haven't even swatched it. So this is entirely first impressions, and this is the rawbeautykristi x colourpop at Forest Sight palette. I am going to try and do something a little bit out of my comfort zone and use this purple shade right here. So I will be gravitating towards this area. Normally I would go for the greens or the yellow and the brown, but I want to try something a little bit different today, and because this is going nowhere except YouTube and I'm not planning on going anywhere, if this turns out horribly, then it's just us. So let's jump into this palette. So to say I went outside of my comfort zone, I definitely did. I did something bold, dramatic, something that I don't typically do. To recap, I used Old Growth all over my lid. I brought it up almost to my brow bone. And then I used Homegrown in the outer V and in the crease. And then I used a manatita. I don't know how to say that. I'm guessing that's like a mushroom or a tree or something. But I used that on my lid and then under my eye. I did notice some fallout and some dusting up when I was using my brush and putting my brush into the pan. But I would next time just go in doing my eye first and then doing concealer to clean up. But other than that, they perform beautifully. This dark purple Amanita, it has an asterisk next to it. I think that means it is not, yes, it says it's not intended for the immediate eye area, which is hilarious to me. That just means it's a pressed pigment and it has something in it that could cause irritation. I'm guessing it's going to stain, but that's fine. And yeah, I'm very pleased with those three shades. I will definitely try out the yellows that I'm definitely drawn towards and the greens, and leave a full thoughts in the description box or in the comments. So check out both of those places to see where I left my full thoughts. But let's continue getting ready. I'm still using the Wander Beauty Unlashed mascara. This is my current favorite mascara. It adds volume, it curls, it's just a good mascara. It's not a great mascara, but it's what I have open right now, so it's what I'm using up. Next, I'm using Benefit's Precisely My Brow Pencil in shade 3.5. This brow shade isn't a great shade match for me. It's a little on the warm side, but it's good enough and it's not super noticeable for most people, so I'm running with it. And last, I'm using Sound Cosmetics Dynamint's Firecracker lip gloss. I just wanted something that was basically non-existent to add a little bit of lip. I figured I was going to be doing a little bit more of a dramatic eye, and so I don't like to do a really bold lip with it. And so I just wanted a lip gloss that was going to be fairly simple. So yeah, that's this first impressions of the At Forest Sap palette by rawbeautykristi and Colourpop. I hope you'll give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel, and I will see you in the next one. Bye!